Oh, yeah, literally has chapter breaks. We had one earlier. Alright, we'll try to get through chapter 1 and 2 then.
How are those sales going, Banks?
Not bad, Doc. Just made another 12 this hour.
I knew there was something special about.
Oh, we upgraded the offices.
Stepped off that train, kid.
I didn't see what the time gap was, but...
This is great and all, but aren't we a bit crowded in this room?
You'll get used to it, kiddo.
It's just that in New York, I wasn't...
Well, this isn't New York, as I'm sure you've noticed by now.
Shut the hell up.
George wants to see you in his office ASAP.
Alright.
I see. Thanks for letting me know.
Ancient's grid system in development. You're not sure if it's a Coral Gables, but it's certainly well planned. Your colleagues are hard at work, making sure lots and houses are sold, and that Coral Gables becomes all it's promised to be. Some sort of landmass in development, perhaps meant to inspire you and your coworkers. Another landmass. Up here sits at your desk. You have no idea what they might be. Well, you'd have the latest model typewriter at your desk. Your inbox never seems to be empty. Sort through your inbox later, sort through all this stuff later. Miss Rogers used to be Mr. Merrick's secretary back at the old office, but after discovering her talent for drawing, she's given the extra responsibility of doing promotional artwork. Well, that's good. It's a small plant which you and your coworkers have adopted as an unofficial mascot. You've named it Monty. Abstract art was never really your thing. Monty, Monty, Monty. Is that a lot? Out to the lobby of the sales office. This isn't your week to water the plant.
Could I bother you a moment, Miss Rogers?
No bother, Mr. Banks. What can I do for you?
So, how are you liking your new job?
Might as well be friendly.
I finally feel useful around here.
To be fair, being Merrick's secretary wasn't exactly a useless position.
That bitch could have typed himself.
I can bring a lot more to this company doing promotional art rather than just taking calls.
The Coral Gables project seems to be going pretty well, wouldn't you say?
It sure does. If this office is any indication, we'll be doing extremely well in the next few years.
Have you happened to hear anything about what's next?
I think Mr. Merrick is still concentrating on getting lots sold. After that, who knows? Although I did overhear someone saying something about a pool. No, I don't know what they meant by it, though.
It could also be a betting pool.
Thank you.
We want to take this painting down for ages, but Ms. Rogers would have a conniption if you did. I thought there were two ends in the middle of conniption, but whatever. Alright, we can do that later, Alright. Landscapes remind you of coastal towns back up north. Same painting hanging in the real estate office. So, prints. Alright. Oh. Those going to Merrick's office. Alright. Mr. Wilson, Merrick's new secretary. Doc Dammers, your colleague and George's right-hand man. He's the only person in the office who has beat you in sales. Something about seeing him behind a desk just seems a bit off. It's like seeing a lion stuck in a cage. That's the office exit. Alright. Let's meet the new hires.
Wilson?
Of course, Banks. What can I do for you?
What's that you're working on?
Oh, I'm just getting a few reports transcribed for Mr. Merrick.
Reports.
You know, the reports you all have to do after making a sale or interviewing a potential client. The ones you're required to do.
Oh, sure, those. Of course.
Of course.
Things around here seem to be shaping up pretty nicely, wouldn't you say?
They certainly seem to be, Banks. They certainly seem to be.
See
Okay.
you around.
Damn it.
Hey, Doc.
Howdy, Banks.
Alright.
Everything going well for the development?
Not well, no. Things are going gangbusters.
Hell yeah.
Expanding every day and getting ever
Whatever.
closer to the big project.
He's just got good enthusiasm, even though I'd loathe this kind of shit.
Very soon.
Alright.
How are things going for you?
Not bad, not bad. Although being cooped up in this office is starting to get to me. I'm itching to get back out into the field again.
I'm gonna fuck some shit up.
Are you doing anything later today? I could use your help with something.
Sure.
I should have a little time available. What sort of help did you have in mind?
I'm going to be conducting a demonstration for some prospective buyers, and I need a volunteer.
Oh.
But in order to keep things under control, I can't just pick any old egg. I need a plant.
So you want me to be...
Ah.
If you'd be so kind. I'll have my cart set up.
Better hit the bricks.
Oh.
Righto.
The same place as before. Can I leave? Oh, we'll actually let me leave. Still certainly a step up from the one on Flagler Street. Car's fairly unremarkable. Alright, I said back. Talk to the boss. He did say he wanted to see us, so. Ooh.
Alfie, good to see you. Please come in. How do you like the new office?
It's a bit
The success of Coral...
Crowded but much nicer looking than the one downtown. Hand away from the controller.
Aesthetics.
Well, you've certainly gone above and beyond in that department, sir.
There's no need to be so formal. We're all a big family here. Please call me George.
Georgie.
What was it you wanted to see me about, George?
Ah, yes, of course. I'm giving you a very special assignment. We've been doing fantastic with sales thus far, but I've decided to try a new approach. I'm calling the project State Days. Each week, we'll bring down a group of people by bus from a different state. But it won't just be enough to show them around. We need something more. A spectacle.
What kind of spectacle?
Ah, this is where you come in. I want you to ask around, see if you can find some sort of performance
that's
or show
interesting.
that will impress the crowds.
I really wouldn't know where to begin.
You're a resourceful young fellow. I'm sure you'll find something. Which reminds me.
I wonder if we could find out the aftermath of the flask thing, too.
The keys to your own company car.
There's our unremarkable company car.
Much easier.
No fooling? My own car?
It's cheaper for us to have you drive yourself around rather than pay for taxi rides.
That's fair.
You can drive, can't you?
Well, I admit it's been a while.
Just take care not to run into any ditches and you should be fine. Oh, and also, this telegram arrived for you.
We don't have the funds for burning through witches
But you got here
or
first.
slamming in the back of your Dragula.
I've got a group from New York coming in 2 days and I want some entertainment for them.
New York, okay. Watch it be like my old co-workers or something. The Farce Sprite by Reginald Kirk. It's some sort of fantasy setting, and while you don't particularly care for the subject matter, the palette is pleasing. Portrait of a Young Man by Samuel Sheen. I wonder if these are actual paintings. Subject of the painting looks quite sullen. Perhaps he didn't like being painted in the nude? Seems to be an artist's rendition of a tall tower. The plaque identifies it as La Giralda in Seville, Spain. The painting's leaned over against the wall, not having found a place to hang just yet. Everybody seems right at home in his new office. The ornate hexagonal bench looks as though it would be better suited to a sultan's harem than a real estate office. Seems a little racist. The Quiet Pond by Robert Byron. A serene landscape, but you wouldn't hang it in your living room.
George?
Yes, Alfie?
How's everything coming along?
Wonderfully. Thank you for asking. Clearly, you can see progress by way of the new office, but we're also expanding to larger projects. I've got my head architect designing a luxury pool and our largest...
Okay, that's the one they were talking about.
phase.
What exactly is this mysterious project I keep hearing about?
It'll be announced soon. I just need to iron out some details.
We're just
But it will be...
building a pyramid to summon the old ones. You know, normal stuff.
I'm having a bit of trouble thinking of a suitable spectacle for you.
Put yourself in the shoes of the...
Again, they're coming from New York.
Remember that what we're selling here is not land. It isn't just a piece of ground on which to put a house. What we are really selling is romance. The stars and the... You need to find something that will
I
excite them.
skipped all the romance. I gotta stop putting my hand on the freaking mouse. I'm sorry. Alright. Spectacle check. Okay. Let's go catch a ride, I guess. Sweet. I guess that's how we exit to map instead of using exit to map. Okay, so we've got the men's club, the demo, and the office. Maybe someone at the men's club. We don't have our hat. Where did I leave it? It wasn't on my desk, was it? What is this? Telegram. Read a telegram which has been sent from your brother, Beauregard. Alfie, mother informed me of your success in Florida. I've come to Miami to visit you. It has no personal contact details, so sent message to your office. Need for lunch at Gable's Diner on Aragon Avenue. Okay, probably that's another location. You pulled the telegram and tossed it away with mild annoyance. Like, how like Beauregard to still show up when things are going well for you? Still, as he is your brother, you make a note for me to meet him for lunch. Okay. Glad I checked that. Are we just going hatless now? Is that the deal? Oh, we did sort through it later. Papers pinned to the wall, range from brochure samples to office memos. Okay. Alright. I guess we're going hatless. And we got an ad coming up anyway, so I'll jump to the map, roll the ad, and then we will come back and well, we were gonna do the men's club first, so I can go run there real quick. See who's hanging out. Key lime pie, of course. Alright. Park at the club. And we shall be right back. Watch every thumbnail for the YouTube archives be me on the save screen, because I'm doing it too much. Anyway, be right back. Ack. But we good. Alright, so back in. Apparently there's only 4 chapters, so I'll probably just keep it a short one tonight and then do more tomorrow or something, or next week.
Yes, sir. I hope all is well with you too.
Yeah, we do 2 this week, 2 next week. We're pretty much set. Right. That's still locked? It's just a real estate guy out. Very small radio sits on the counter. You're glad they finally got one in here.
Hello, Meeks.
Thanks, it's good to see you.
Oh, everybody's more talkative now that I got rid of that son of a bitch.
Thanks.
Maybe we have to get something for him later. Alright. Gently liberate the antenna from the side of the radio. Why? Now we have an antenna. That's a small wire wrapped around it. Okay, well, clearly we're going to need that for something. I'm getting ahead of myself, apparently. Oh, I gotta bump the Steam window out of the way, sorry. Whoop. 3 monitors and I still don't manage my space well. Okay. There we go. Okay. Can I attach to the car? Probably not. Okay, so I guess we'll deal with the brother first.
There he is.
Beauregard, how nice to see you.
Oh, why so formal, Alfred? Aren't you glad to see your brother?
That's why everybody calls him Alfie, that makes sense.
Wish I'd had.
I don't know why I didn't think of that.
Oh, come on. Who needs warnings with family? Anyway, let's
Me?
I'm about to chew my own arm off waiting for you.
That would have been funny to see. Alright.
So, tell me what you've been up to.
Alright.
I'm working on an assignment at the moment.
Oh yeah? What?
I've been put in charge of finding a spectacle to sell lots to people coming in from out of town.
No kidding. Sounds like fun.
It's not fun, it's work.
Work can be fun.
So, who's to say work can't be fun?
You've never worked a day in your life, Bo. How would you know?
Ooh.
Start with that baloney again?
Fair point. Anyhow, I have yet to find anything suitable.
Well, if it helps, I overheard that guy over there talking about how his wife was a wing walker.
Oh, that'd be sweet.
Might be something worth looking into.
You know, it just might. Thank you, Bo.
Alright.
I've been doing fairly well, to be honest. I managed to get hired by George Merrick my first day down here.
Well, ain't that just the berries?
I've never heard that one. I've heard plenty of old-timey slang, but never just the berries.
Hate to imagine what company it's been keeping.
What's that supposed to mean?
I just figured a high-profile guy like Merrick could afford something nicer, is all.
How have you been?
Why don't you tell me what you've been up to?
Not too much, really. I've kind of been in a rut, to tell the truth.
Feel
I
that.
feel like I could use a change.
Why don't you go to work for the company?
Morris is still peeved at what happened with you. He hasn't been very receptive.
Oh. Look, about that.
You don't have to explain yourself, Alfie. I know you couldn't possibly have done what he
Oh, let me guess. Let me guess.
really happened.
Morris tries to break in down there, and you got to shut him down.
Thank you, Bo. I appreciate your support.
I feel like that's where this is going.
Catching up with you, Bo, but I really should get going. How long are you planning on being in town for?
Well, actually, I was considering moving down here too.
Oh, great.
You're gonna leave Mother alone?
Oh, she
She'll
did.
be fine. She's got plenty of friends in the
Okay,
neighborhood.
not as dire as I thought it would be.
More of a burden than a help.
And she's actually letting little baby Bo come down here on his own?
Knock it off, will ya? She doesn't mind it so much knowing
Kick
you.
his ass.
Anyway, I'll be here if you get any more time off today.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
Okay, we might have to talk to him about something else. All right. Sure. It's your younger brother, Beauregard. You were suppressed a chuckle thinking of him dressed so fancy in a place like this. When the counter's waiting for food, and the counter sees you waiting for his food order. Throw his bag into the kitchen. Okay. Anything else with Beauregard?
Hey, Bo.
Alfie!
Let's talk about the diner.
Quaint little place. I've never been here myself.
It is, isn't it? Kinda reminds me.
I just eat sand out on the beach.
I can see it, sure. But all these diners tend to look the same after a while.
There's something about this one. I don't know how to describe it, but it feels special somehow.
Why don't you get a job here?
I just might, actually.
Really? I was just pulling your leg. You're telling me you actually want to work?
Is it that hard to believe?
To be perfectly frank, yes. What's made you
Such an
think that?
asshole.
Leaving the city, coming down here, I guess it's just made me realize I need to be independent.
Fair enough.
How's...
Mother.
She's okay. Coping. Like I said, she's got friends who keep her
Oh,
company.
I guess. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. It's like it's been a while since the dad passed
Tell me
away.
something I don't know. In a way, I think my moving down here will do her some good. She'll realize she has a life to live on her own.
I certainly hope so. Has New York changed much?
You've been gone less than 4 months. How much could it have possibly changed?
You'd be surprised, Bo. Although, to tell
Fast
the truth, I
times.
get the feeling this city will be almost unrecognizable in a few years.
He is correct.
It's the way of the world, I suppose.
You really give me the heebie-jeebies when you get all philosophical like that, Alfie.
All right.
Hey, Bo, how'd you like to go for a drive?
Really? Where to?
On second thought, I'm too busy to go on a run right now.
Aw, okay. Let me know if you change your mind.
There's probably like somewhere we can get him a job or introduced. Can't use the shitter. They probably won't let me in the kitchen. Oh, we didn't look at the photos. Black and white photograph of what looks to be some city up north. Perhaps the owner of the diner feels homesick. Both the same photo. Okay.
Pardon the interruption, folks.
Huh? Oh, what can I do for you?
Hello.
Pleasure to meet you, sir. And madam, my name is Alfred Banks, but please call me Alfie.
How do you do, Alfie? The name's Richard Burns, but everyone calls me Curly. Over there's my wife, Mabel Cody.
Pleasure's all mine, Mr. Banks.
Are you folks from down here originally?
Nah, we're just traveling around with our act.
Your act?
Sure, ain't you heard of Mabel Cody's Flying Circus?
I have not.
I'm afraid I haven't. Please, tell me about it.
Why, it's the most exciting and daring show you'll see all year. We got a biplane which flies unbelievably low to the ground, and Mabel walks across the wings. We've been touring all across the state, impressing crowds in the hundreds.
Sounds exciting. Are you for hire?
Always. Who's interested?
Have you ever heard of George Merrick?
The guy who's developing this area? Sure.
Well, he's in need of a spectacle to entertain crowds he's planning on bringing in from out of state. I think your flying circus would fit the bill perfectly.
Sounds good.
Well, that solved itself pretty easily.
Got little issues, Curly.
Oh, what do they need? Do you need an antenna?
Problem?
A couple, actually. But really, they're more minor setbacks than problems. Our pilot just quit to get married, so we haven't got...
So you have to find a pilot.
Then there's the plane itself, which got a bit damaged during the last show. And of course, the small issue of requiring payment in advance. But we can still
fine.
talk business. These are just minor setbacks that can be easily resolved, I'm sure.
All right.
You say you haven't...
I like that they'll bring in with the letter P. It's cute.
Moment, no. Like I said, our guy quit last week.
I heard there's a pretty good pilot in town, but we haven't been able to get a hold of him.
Oh?
Oh, yeah, the Flynn or something like that. If we could get him on board, that would be just ducky.
What's wrong with your plane?
Nothing too serious. It's being worked on right now. The mechanic said it should be ready by next week.
I don't know if Mr. Merrick wants to wait that long. Where's the plane now? Maybe I can see about speeding up the process.
It's over at the airfield.
We probably need to give them the freaking antenna. And what about the payment?
About your payment.
Of course, of course. Our fee is $50 up front. That gets you a full show.
This is $1922, so yeah.
I'm afraid I haven't got that kind of money on me. I'll have to ask Mr. Merrick about it.
Sure, not a problem. Just let us know when you've got the dough.
I appreciate your time.
No sweat, pal.
Alright, I don't know where we would need to take the brother yet, so we're going to let him hang. Let's do Dammers' thing. We still got the wagon, I love it. Seems Doc's set up some kind of miniature model meant to depict downtown Coral Gables. Doc's old wagon still looks as tacky and garish as it did the first time he laid all eyes on it. Wooden shingle hangs from the side of the wagon. On it have been painted the words, Live Demo. Doc's working on some kind of bizarre setup on a wooden table. Your company car. Choice of color might not be the best, but it gets you from point A to point B, usually. Pair of royal poinciana trees provide some shade for the area. You're impressed with the flamboyant colors of the flowers, which provide an appropriate complement to Doc's wagon. No, it's not the time to be climbing trees.
So what's this all about?
The future, my boy, the future!
And what will I be doing exactly?
You're going to be my plant in the crowd, but there's one last thing I need before we're ready to go.
Oh?
What's that?
I seem to have misplaced my model streetcar, or maybe I left it back at the sales office. Could you go have a look while I finish setting up?
I'm on it.
Oh, maybe the antenna is supposed to be the little I forget what it's called, the contact thing for the wires on the thing, on the streetcar. I should know what that thing is called, that part. So maybe not for the plane. Alright. Let's see what the plane needs. Oof, okay, it's gonna need a little more than an antenna. The wind stopped, though. Alright, judging from the enormous letters painted on the side, this appears to be Mabel Cody's plane. I don't know why it's misspelled. Okay, oddly enough, it seems her name has been misspelled. Notice there's a considerable chunk missing from the plane's rudder. Mechanic looks like he's just a kid. Can't possibly be a day over 20. Mechanic's toolbox lies open next to the biplane. Inside are assorted number of wrenches, screwdrivers, and other tools you aren't familiar with, like scrunches.
Hello there, my good man.
Yes, sir?
You look awfully young to be an airplane mechanic. How long have you been doing this for?
About 20 minutes.
Next week. But I've been working on planes since I was a kid.
Fair enough.
My father was an airplane mechanic during the war, see? So he taught me everything he knew.
Let's talk about the
Ernie
plane.
and Mabel sent me to check up on things. How long before this beauty is up in the sky again?
Shouldn't be more than a week. I'm kind of stuck waiting right now. There isn't much else I can do at the moment.
What are we waiting for?
I have 2 parts on their way. One's a piece for the rudder, and the other's a magneto for the engine.
What about this magneto you mentioned?
The magneto for the ignition is damaged, and
He's
I'm
here to kill all the non-mutants.
What sort of engine is it?
Curtiss OX5. Fairly common engine.
Boats, you say?
Some boats, too. Unreliable piece of junk, really. But they mostly get the job done.
Any idea where I'd be able to get one?
Order from the manufacturer, like I did. Aside from that, any place where there's lots of planes or boats would have them in spades.
It's not like we're near a marina. We aren't near a marina or anything.
Where is the magneto usually found on the engine?
Right at the bottom in front. Can't miss it.
Yoink. Okay.
How badly is the rudder damaged?
See for yourself. Looks like something took a bite out of it.
So what are you waiting on to fix it?
A new rudder top.
Is there anything that might
should be here in a few
used as
days.
substitute?
I'm getting hands
Any
off control.
decent-sized wooden plank would do in a pinch, sure.
Okay.
I'll let you get on with it.
See ya.
So we're gonna need some planks. Oh, actually, can I mess with the... I'll check the thing later. Honestly, it'd probably like, we don't know what to do with any of these tools. Why are we taking them? Unless I do need those to steal stuff from the car. Okay, there's definitely docks. Oh, it is straight up a marina.
Welcome to the Dinner Key Marina, sir. Please let me know if I can be of any assistance.
Can't say envious job. Large boat sways gently in the sea. Looks like it might be used for commercial fishing. Floating in the water is what appears to be a hydroplane. You've heard of these before, but never actually seen one. That one's definitely got a prominent engine sticking off it. Someone has moored their yacht here. It looks as though it might have set the owner back several $100s.
Hello there.
Fine day for it. What can I do for you?
Looks like we
Get uncomfortable standing out in this heat wearing dark clothing?
You get used to it after a while. And besides, there's a nice sea breeze that comes in every so often.
Sea breeze.
I suppose
Sea
there are worse
breeze.
places to be standing.
Just that delivery.
Yep, that there are.
Alright.
This marina doesn't seem to have many boats.
Yes, well, hasn't been a commercial marina very long. It was taken over for naval operations during the war. But we're steadily getting more people coming in. My guess is people will be fighting for space within the next year or so.
Alright.
That's certainly an interesting contraption at the end of the dock there, isn't it?
What, the hydroplane? Yes, it's definitely something to look at. It's been docked there for quite a while now. I actually can't remember seeing who brought it in. Shame, really. I'd like to ask the owner about it. Really quite a fascinating piece of machinery.
I'll just be on my way.
Maybe public records again. So imagine we'd need a license for that. Try avoiding boats as much as possible since you get terribly seasick. Well, I couldn't afford to breathe in this yacht general direction, or never mind do anything with it.
Hey.
Oh, what is that?
Don't be fooling around with that.
Okay. So we gotta find the owner of it. We gotta get permission to check it out. And I feel like maybe removing the part from the... I have a feeling it's Flynn's. And removing the part means he can't fly that, so he's stuck here. And would have to, Also, I wonder if maybe we can bring our brother with us to, distract the guard. Alright, so he said he couldn't find... He left it at the office.
Got a moment, Will?
Of course, Ben.
Doc's model streetcar.
You've been around all morning. Did you happen to notice a model streetcar on Doc's desk?
Oh,
Is something wrong?
Banks, you have to promise me you won't
He
say.
broke it.
All right, mum's the word. What's the problem?
When Doc left earlier, I noticed the model streetcar on his desk. I went to get it so I could go after him and let him know he left it behind. But I accidentally knocked it on the floor and, well, the little antenna...
Okay, there we go. Yeah, we got an antenna.
I feel terrible about it, but there's nothing I can do.
Oh, is that all? Don't worry about it. Let me have the model and I'll see about fixing it. And don't worry, Doc will be none the wiser.
Ah, thank you, Banks. I owe you one.
See you around.
Okay. Small yellow toy streetcar seems to be missing the antenna at the top. Well, would you look at that? And she attached the antenna to the top of the model streetcar. Alright. Cool. Actually, yeah, we can't go back to the public records office. Oh, we could ask about the payment while we're here.
George?
Yes, Alfie?
I think there might be something wrong with the car you gave me.
How's that?
Has it given you any trouble?
It just sort of makes this clunking noise sometimes.
I was told it was in perfectly acceptable working
I
order.
didn't know that was a thing you would complain
As
about.
long as it gets you around, you'll be all right.
Alright.
I think I may have found your spectacle.
Wonderful. What is it?
Mabel Cody's Flying Circus. She's a wing walker, does all kinds of stunts apparently.
Sounds like a terrific find. Well done.
There's just one thing. She and her husband require payment in advance.
I see. How much?
$50 for a 30-minute show.
Reasonable enough, I suppose. You'll have to take the money out of our business account. Just head over to the Bank of Coral Gables and tell them I sent you to withdraw the money.
That's all for now.
That's awful trusting, but okay. Alright, so let's see if the car ride thing added the marina as an option. And if not, we'll go to the bank.
Hey, Bo.
Alfie?
Hey, Bo.
Really?
Marina.
How about Dinner Key Marina? You can look at the boats in the ocean.
Sounds like the bee's knees. Let's go.
Bo, come over here.
Okay, we're gonna whisper.
I need you to do me a favor and chat up the security guard. Tell him you own that hydroplane over there.
What? Why?
Just trust me. Oh, and if he starts asking you questions about it, just make something up. I get the feeling he isn't exactly the sharpest knife in the drawer.
I mean, he did get hired as a cop, so whatever.
So.
Sit down on the front, right? Something more than just your bare hand, so I need to go back to the toolbox. God damn it. At least we got it 2/3 of the way there. Thoughts-wise.
That was fun. I'm glad we made it back in one piece. Thanks for the ride, Alfie.
Alright, so... I didn't see airfield on the list. But maybe I have to try to take the tools to distract the mechanic.
Would you mind terribly if I borrowed one of your wrenches?
Not as long as you bring it back, I don't.
Alright.
I can't say I blame you for wanting to borrow it. That clunker looks like it needs to be serviced pretty soon.
Hello there.
Yes.
Oh, we never talked to him. Okay.
I'll let you
see.
It's just the same crap we already know. Alright, Bo, Marina, wrench the engine to get the magneto out. And then we'll hit up the bank, I guess.
Hey, Bo.
Alfie! What's going on?
Hey, Bo. How'd you like to go for a drive?
Really? Where to?
How about Dinner Key Marina? You can look at the boats in the ocean.
The other question is where would you gonna find a wooden board?
Bo, come over here.
What is it?
I need...
What?
Just... Oh,
Okay. Scratch this bad boy, grab us our thingy, magneto. Or you can quickly liberate the magneto from the plane's engine. Okay. Do you want to interrupt the conversation?
Come on, Bo.
Yeah, I didn't see any interaction points like a loose board on the dock or anything, so...
That was fun. I'm glad we made it back in one piece. Thanks for the ride, Alfie.
I don't know if you saw me stealing part of an engine, but... Alright, bank. One of 2 lovely marble top counters take up the center of the room in case any bank customers need a surface to write on. Okay. Oh, it's Marjorie Stoneman Douglas. She's currently conducting a banking transaction. Elderly woman is currently conducting her banking business at this teller's window. Nobody working there. Nobody working there. Nobody working. Oh, free window at the far end of the bank. All right. She's going about his normal banking business. Can we bother these people? Don't want to interrupt. Don't want to bother him. Door leads back outside. Okay. She's busy. Alright. Let's bank.
Welcome to the Bank of Coral Gables. How may I help you, sir?
I need to withdraw some money.
You provide the teller with the necessary information and complete the rather boring transaction.
Banking with us, sir. Have a pleasant day.
I'll try my best.
Okay.
Everyone with their hands up. This is a robbery.
Serious?
I said put your hands up.
Well, I get the feeling we could probably get shot, so... Bank robber's pretty good at you. He seems to be in business.
Now, just a minute. There's really no need for this.
Shut up, Mac. Nobody asked you to talk. Just put your hands up and hand over the dough.
Now, if you'll just listen for a moment.
Well, what are you playing at, bucko? I ain't got time to chat. Just hand over...
Are we using the sales thing?
The boys in blue get here, will ya?
This is kind of funny, honestly. Alright, Hope. He seems nervous. Alright, clearly new with this. It's your first
What do
time.
you think this is? Playtime? You just come in here, waving a gun around, demanding everyone put their hands up? Have you even done this before?
No, as a matter of fact, I haven't.
Okay.
This ain't about my personal life. This is about you handing over your money.
Okay. Sorely mistaken. Maybe you'll avoid the police if you just leave now.
You weren't born yesterday. There's no way you can make a clean sneak. But if you leave now, maybe you can avoid the police. Why not take that chance?
Believe me, I got plenty of time before the fuzz show up. Hell, I might even have time to put one between your eyes if you keep bugging me the way you are.
You didn't get any angrier.
Face facts, would you? If you go through with this, you're gonna have lots of
I'll try reasoning.
Isn't it better to just give up and start over with your life?
It's easy for you to say. You ain't been through what I have. Now I'm sick of talking. Hand over the dough or you're gonna get it.
Okay, enough talking. So, what's it gonna be?
We've wasted enough time talking. Shut up and hand over your dough. I ain't kidding around. Hand over the dough now.
I feel like we could at least do this one.
Now, just
shut up.
Now, if
well, what are you playing?
This is the only one I want to save, Scum, because I don't want to give up this money.
Just hand over your dough before the boys in blue.
Alright. Hope. Expose.
What do you think? Have you even...
But this...
Okay.
Is this really what you want to be doing with your life? Robbing banks? Surely things can't be so bad that you have to turn to a life of crime.
What do you know, huh? You got no idea about
Oh yeah, he said he was having a shitty time.
For everyone you know.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Around in fancy suits doesn't mean it's the same for everyone else.
Oh yeah, we are in the Roaring 20s, aren't we?
And just hand over your cash.
Face facts, would you? Isn't it better to...
It's easy for you to say. You ain't been through what I have. Now I'm sick of talking.
Okay, so...
We've wasted...
Okay, so it's the third one's wrong.
Now just...
Shut up!
Now if...
Well, just hand...
Maybe taunt him as the third one.
Have you...
Hasn't done it. Philosophize.
What do you know, huh? Times a quit trying.
You talk tough, but I bet you've never even fired a gun before.
You shut up, you hear me?
Okay.
I don't gotta take this from you.
Aw, he says he's gonna cry.
I don't even compare to half of them.
Okay, enough talking. So, what's it gonna be?
Okay, fine.
Alright, we got one.
Coming in here. But there's gotta be another way. I'll leave you alone, but promise me you won't call the cops, okay?
Sure.
Not bad, Banks. I'm impressed. Finally, a newsworthy story. Real estate agent foils bank robbery. I may or may not include a pun on your last name. I haven't quite decided that yet.
I'm just glad nobody got hurt.
How are things going on the Gables project anyway?
Not bad. In fact, you might want to come to the Granada airfield in a few days to see for yourself.
Sounds like a plan. See you there, Banks.
That was easy. Alright. The achievement for that's even robbed, bro. I don't know if that popped up on screen or not. Alright, oh, anyway. So, we got the $50. I can give that to them.
Here you go. I believe this takes care of your payment.
Certainly does. Much appreciated.
Alright, let's do the demo since we have the streetcar now. I'm gonna start a new save because I think there's a chance you might get one if you get shot. But alright. So give him the streetcar. I gotta bring the wrench back too.
Here you go, Doc. One model streetcar ready to...
Oh, maybe once he's done with the demo, he doesn't need the sign anymore.
Get my own head if it weren't bolted on. Now
All right.
come back in about a half an hour and join the crowd. When I ask for a volunteer, you get up here before any of the others get a chance. Then just follow my lead and we'll knock everyone's socks off.
Socks removed. Got it.
See you in a bit.
I didn't think this was gonna be a feet thing, but alright. I'm curious if we can use the wrench on the car to try and fix it.
In order to show off the amazing future of Coral Gables, I'll need a volunteer from the crowd. Who would like to assist me?
Me.
I'll do it.
Fantastic. Now, young man who I can assure everyone I have never seen before today.
Oh, that's convincing.
It's Alfie Banks, sir.
Well, Alfie, you look like a man with taste. A man who wouldn't think twice about moving into a luxury area like Coral Gables. And believe me, if you think it's something now, just wait until you see what the future holds.
Monorail?
And let everyone in the crowd get a look.
Okay.
Now then, if you'd be so kind as to take this alligator clip and attach it to the positive terminal on that battery there.
Okay, it's kind of hard to see. It just really, okay. Oh, good. You're hovering over it says positive, negative. Model car for authenticity. Model building. Okay.
Fantastic. Now just wait 1 second while I get the model. And here we go. Gentlemen, behold the future.
Okay, it's just a primitive remote control or electromagnetic thing drawing it across. There's the board.
Are you all right?
Well, that certainly went off with a bang, didn't it? Show's over, folks. You can see yourselves out.
See, we could have just done that for the spectacle.
I don't understand what happened.
Seems the antenna on the model car touched the charged up pole and went kablooey.
But why would it do that?
Probably because some joker swapped the plastic antenna for this metal one with a wire.
Ah, weird.
I thought the model was battery powered.
No, it's a wind-up. The battery was just to impress the crowd.
Oh.
It hardly matters. I set out to wow them, and that's exactly what I did. I mean,
They certainly remember it.
You did what you could.
All
You
right.
can go ahead and get back to what you were doing before.
You're welcome.
All right, give me the
Are you
sign.
opposed to me taking your sign, Doc?
Take it. I'm sick of the sight of it.
Anything else we talk about?
Get back to whatever you were doing for George. I'll just...
Clean up here. Okay. And we'll see how using that would be helpful. Oh well. Alright, demo's done. Board gets, that's all the plane parts. That should be the whole Wingwalker situation squared away. You know that thing's going to break down before the game's over, and I'm just curious where and when. Alright. Alright, one plane magneto, please.
Is this the sort of magneto you need for the engine?
It sure is. How were you able to get one so quickly?
I have my ways. There we go.
Oh, you really saved me some time. I'll get to work replacing this right away.
Fantastic. Here's your wrench back, by the way.
Okay, mechanic got you with a suspicious impression. Or expression. There you go.
Think you might make use of this piece of wood?
Now let me see. I think I can, yeah. If I shave off a bit of the side here, it'll work as a replacement for the missing chunk of rudder. Hey, thanks, mister. You really saved me some time here.
Happy to help.
Hey, you've really helped me out with getting this plane fixed. It should be ready by tomorrow.
Fantastical.
Hello there, my good.
Yes. See ya.
Okay, cool. Looks like we're probably done here. I'm not sure why we would need to take our brother to the other locations, but... I guess we could take a look around with them, because we still gotta find a pilot.
I'll see you around, Bo.
Righto.
Okay, no other car rides. Oh, I could... no, maybe the... Yeah, maybe Morris knows about whoever Flynn is.
All good with...
Yes, sir.
Nope. Oh, there we go. That looks like a pilot. John Norris Jr. is currently listening to amazing stories of daring do. Whether or not he actually believes them is anyone's guess. Man dressed as a pilot sticks out like a sore thumb among everyone else in here.
Begging your pardon.
Yeah, what is it?
Are you a pilot?
I feel this may be a silly question on my part, but are you a pilot?
Guilty as charged. Zachariah Flynn's the name, but everybody in the know calls me Flyboy.
In the know?
I don't know if it's the angle of his face or what, but his... Or maybe he just took a bad landing. Something looks a little off. Alright. Oh.
I suppose my brain must not be intact, because I've never heard of you.
Well then, allow me to enlighten you.
Let's subscribe to Pilot Facts.
I was in a total of 57 dogfights, and I won every single one of them. I racked up 200 enemy kills and earned 17 medals of valor.
We get it. You play War Thunder.
Second campaign in 1915, where I...
This guy really enjoys talking about himself. You find your mind wandering to some more interesting subjects. Roughly 20 minutes later.
Basically a summary of my accomplishments.
Okay.
Oh, yes. Fascinating.
Alright.
Are you a new member here? I've never seen you around.
No, I've just been away for a while.
Ah.
You've heard, but there was this little thing called the Great War.
Sure, but that was 4 years ago.
Wasn't so great.
When you get to be as
I had other things to do.
there's a lot of demand for your presence.
Oh, he was fucking and sucking, and you know it. Alright,
I have a business proposal for you.
Oh, yeah?
I'm in need of a pilot for an air show that's being put together. Would you be interested?
That all depends. What's it pay?
That's a detail we can negotiate later on.
And what exactly happens in the air show?
You fly the plane, and Mabel Cody does wing walking and other stunts.
Mabel Cody, eh?
Yes, of Mabel Cody's Flying Circus. They've been touring all over Florida.
Sounds interesting, but I have one last question. Why on earth would a pilot of my skill and fame want to work for some podunk air show?
Because it's being sponsored by George...
get paid, bro.
Coral Gables project. Surely you've heard of that.
Of course, can't throw a rock in this town without seeing ads.
I'm not sure how good the GI Bill was back then, but I don't know if the GI Bill was in place back then.
What all those people will say when they see you in the show.
Okay, I'll be your pilot, but on one condition.
Condition?
What's your condition?
I want to be the star attraction of your show. You'll have posters, right?
I would assume so, yes.
Right. I want them to make me out as the star.
I see. Any other requirements?
Well, now that you mention it, I think the name should have a real ring to it, written so it rolls off the tongue. Also, I think the colors should really pop, like the kind that go well with each other.
So let's talk to Miss What's-Her-Futz.
They should be a manageable size so we can sell
our art
them
department.
and they can put them on their walls in their homes.
I'll see what I can do.
Okay.
I'll see you later.
Take care.
We talk with the couple first. Wonder if we'll ever get a key for that door. Yeah, we talked to them first about the naming thing.
Pardon the interruption.
Huh?
You say you haven't got...
What?
I heard there's a...
Oh, if we could get...
Okay.
I appreciate...
No.
So back to the offices. I wonder if there's maybe... I hope there wasn't an achievement for introducing your brother to everybody else. But I'm going to have to do a replay with a commentary on anyway, so... Because, like, pretty much almost every Watch It Eye game has that as one of the achievements. Alright, oh.
Could I bother you?
No bother, Mr. Banks. What can I do for you?
We need a poster.
I'm on a special assignment for Mr. Merrick, and I need to design a poster.
Sure. What will you be needing?
Give Ms. Rogers a brief overview of the assignment.
But I need a few specific design elements.
Just tell me what you need, and I'll prepare a mock-up for you. What
Okay.
are you going to want to put on it for the name?
I feel like the Doom's a bit much.
I think Flyboy Flynn's Fantastic Flying Circus will be good.
That's a mouthful, but it does have a nice ring to it. So what color scheme are you going to want?
Colors that pop. Alright. Orange and blue or the...
Orange and blue.
Okay, and how big are we going to print these?
Poster size. I have no... That's 3 feet by almost 2 feet. That's way too big.
Small. The size of a standard sheet of paper, so we can have lots of them.
Right. Give me about 20 minutes and I'll have a mock-up design for you.
Sounds about right.
There you are.
Thank you.
I feel like the middle size might be the one they wanted, because... But this is easy to get on a wall, so... And the name might not be intense enough. But we'll see what's up.
Begging your pardon,
Yeah, what is it?
I've had this poster made up for the air show. What do you think?
Let me see that. Nice name. I
Good.
like that. Nice colors. Exactly what I was thinking. And what's this little number on the side here?
That's how big the final print size will be.
That's not the right size at all.
Bigger.
I hate to say it, but this poster ain't no good.
So it's the
Let me
mid.
know when you-
Okay. 2 out of 3. Little client feedback ain't too bad, it's fine. So yeah, so the 22 by 36 or whatever. I guess it's honestly what most of the most of like the band posters I have, like show posters I have are.
Could I bother?
No bother.
Ms. Rogers?
It's fine, Mr. Banks. What are you going...
Same name,
That's... So what...
orange and blue.
Orange and blue.
Okay,
And give me the mid.
About us.
right. Give me about 20 minutes and
That
I'll
is
have a mock-up.
literally standard poster size. Okay.
There you are.
Thank you.
That should do it though. They'll probably get the air show and call it a night. Wait, need a car. I can't tell if it's sounding worse every time we start it. Alright, men's club. Poster.
Begging you.
Yeah, what?
I've had.
Let me see. Not nice.
Name, colors.
That's how.
Of course, that's perfect. Well, this is just the bee's knees. People are gonna love this show.
I'm glad you approve. Does this mean I can count on you as the pilot?
Sure, just let me know where and when, and I'll be there.
Getting satisfied that you take care of all the arrangements for the air show, you head back to the office to inform Mr. Merrick and begin preparations. Okay.
This is it. Are you ready?
I think so. Flyboy?
Are you kidding? I was born!
Although they just slapped caps on them.
We can't seem
Great.
to find Dave.
Dave?
The fellow who drives me over to the plane so I can climb on it.
Quite a turnout today, Banks. Seems Merrick
I have a car.
on this little show. Feeling nervous?
Nervous? Me? Of course not.
Oh, by the way, Miss Cody, I ran into someone named Dave on my way over, and he said to tell you he wasn't feeling well. At least, I think that's what he said. He was a bit hard to understand, to be honest.
He's drunk.
He probably got into Curly's secret stash of corn whiskey again. Well, looks like
I like they carry on the way around.
to get this stunt performed today.
Okay.
Drive the car.
You sure? You ain't practiced with us before.
How hard could it possibly be?
Don't worry, Banks.
I'm the main character. I can do this just fine.
Shooting fish in a barrel.
It will be, assuming you ain't one of those all hat and no cattle types.
I have no idea what that's supposed to mean, but I'm sure this will all go down without a hitch.
All right, let's get this done. We've got a crowd to impress.
It is going to be a mini game.
It's as simple as cow pie.
Also, I love that. Oh, I guess it's just with the exhaust.
Really know when to lower the top. That'll signal Flyboy. When the plane comes, keep her at the right speed and position so I can climb up on it.
Okay.
We're going too fast, Banks. Trying to move the top now.
Okay.
Woo-wee! We're kicking up a heck of a lot of dust.
Is that going to be a problem?
Nah, makes things more exciting, like a cattle stem.
I like her. She's fun. Okay. See ya.
Oh no, she's lost her grip.
Banks, do something!
She won't be able to climb up the ladder if she doesn't regain her footing.
So we have to get under her. Okay.
Oh, that was a close one. Now, let's try getting it right this time.
I thought we were there, but okay.
Oh no, she's lost her grip.
Banks!
She won't be...
Oh, that was a close
We gotta get up a little further. All right.
Try getting it right.
So ahead of where the X is what it's what the vibe I'm getting is. Okay. It's kind of in between the two spots each time. That's what's throwing me. What?
Run out of field.
Okay, Banks, it's as simple as cow pie. All you gotta do is keep her steady.
Or maybe we just have to fuck it up twice. I think I was positioning right. We just gotta get it right the third time.
Keep her at the right speed and position so I can climb up on it.
Alright. Slow down. Lid, yeah, lid open. Lid.
Oh no, she's lost her...
Banks!
She won't be...
Oh, that was a close one. Now, let's try getting it right this time.
I did, though.
Oh no, she's lost her grip.
Banks!
She won't be able to...
Oh, that was a close one. Now, let's try getting it right.
Are we supposed to move with the plane? Like, as she's grabbing, I'll move, but...
Oh no, she's lost...
Banks!
She won't be able...
What am I supposed to do?
Oh, that was a close one. Now...
Damn, we've run out of...
I gotta look up a guide for this, because this isn't making any fucking sense to me. Okay. Brake, car top. Oh. Okay. After Mabel grabs the ladder, brake again, and put the roof back on the car, and then get... Okay, okay. So we're giving her something to stand on. I got it, okay.
All you gotta do is, when the plane comes, keep...
Alright. Brake. Roof. I didn't realize we had to close the roof. Alright. So we've been getting the positioning right, it's just that last step. Okay.
Oh no, she's lost her grip!
Hanks, do something! I can't hold on much longer!
She won't be able to climb up the ladder if she doesn't regain her footing!
Alright.
Mabel, step on the car roof so you can get your footing back.
Yee-haw! That did her! Thanks,
Oh, yeah, the plane does a little dip, too. Okay, we got there. Death-defying spectacle at Granada Airfield. That Marjorie Stoneman Douglas certainly knows how to write an article. You feel extremely pleased with yourself, but also hope you can settle back into less exciting work for a while. Oh. We got the bank thing, too. And they actually did write the article, so it looks like... The years pass and you continue working diligently. Although somewhat frustrated at the slow pace of your success, you feel certain that something big is on the horizon. We did have a big first day.
So they finally gave me my own sales team after I practically had to beg them for it.
No kidding. I'm glad to hear they've finally come around. You get your own office too?
No, not yet.
Ah, well, things will work themselves out. I mean, it's only been, what, 3 years?
4, actually.
Well, you can't expect to become an overnight...
Didn't do the chapter thing yet, so we're not quite done here.
Have they at least given you a nicer car?
No, I'm still driving that old green heap around.
Ah, I see. Well, business talk aside, how's your brother doing?
Good, as far as I know. I haven't really spoken to him in a couple of months. Last I heard, he was going back to visit our mother. Wouldn't surprise me if he was asking to borrow some money. But then that's...
Remember when people's parents had money?
Silver spoon in his mouth and
weird.
Rotten ever since. Anyway, Meeks, it was a pleasure catching up, but I really should be going.
Have a good one, Banks.
Anything else?
Hello, Meeks.
Thanks.
Alright.
Mr. Banks, a message came for you from Mr. Merrick.
Ah.
He said to meet him at his mother's home as soon as possible.
Okay.
All good with...
Yes, sir.
Alright, nothing else going on here. I guess we're going to the Merrick zone.
It's been a while since I've been here. I wonder why George invited me.
You always like these double doors? They really add a nice touch to the house. The Merrick family home is made from coral rock. George's family bought this land when they first moved down here at the turn of the century and built this family homestead for themselves, where they've stayed ever since. Okay. Anything else to look at? Nope.
Hello, Alfie. Glad you could make it.
Thanks for having me. It's great seeing you all, although I have to confess I'm a bit confused as to why I'm here.
I'm glad to see he's managed to stay modest.
It is one of his better qualities, Mother. I just wanted to say that over the past few years, you've been extremely valuable to us. Not only have you helped immensely with establishing Coral Gables, you've also managed to climb the ranks in the office.
He's not trying to pretend that we're a family.
Oh, George, stop beating around the bush, would you? He knows what he's accomplished. What he's trying to say, Alfie, is that you're a man who can get things done. And as it happens...
What we're trying to get done now.
Very important.
Yes. Thank you, Eunice. My dear wife, always to the point. In any case, we're getting close to incorporating Coral Gables as a city, and that requires a special team. A team I want you to be a part of.
I'm honored, sir.
As I'm sure you've heard, we're only a day away from launching our electric streetcar line. We'll be having a ceremony to commemorate the launch.
Okay.
We'll also be making a very important announcement.
Okay.
The new mayor of Coral Gables.
Mayor?
Yes, every new city needs a mayor. Since we're not a very big city, we have the luxury of foregoing elections and having the first one appointed.
Is that how that works?
Mayor, along with the streetcars, will bring heaps of publicity. Wouldn't you say so, Miss Douglas?
I've already got most of the article written. Just need to punch it up a bit with the details.
Okay.
Why not bring in someone well-known to make a speech at the ceremony? That would certainly make an impression.
I thought you might suggest something like that, Banks. Did you have anyone in mind?
Not for certain, but I'm sure I can find someone in town.
I might be able to help you there, Alfie.
Well then, I look forward to seeing what you accomplish.
All right. Let's
Hello,
chat.
Mrs. Merrick.
Hello, dear.
How are you
How
doing?
have you been feeling?
Just fine, thank you. I'm content to stay in and watch everything going on around.
I'm impressed by all the changes myself. I can't imagine what it must be like for someone who's lived here for so long.
I'm curious to know what this place will look like in 5 years. I hope to be around to see it.
Well, she probably won't be. She won't be.
You must
You say something like that, she won't be.
Extremely. George always did have ambitions, but to see him succeed. From what George has told me, I'm sure your parents are proud of you too.
Yes, I think they are. Would you happen to have an idea of where I might be able to...
I gotta run an ad right after we're done talking to her, and then we'll
tomorrow's event?
finish up whatever this segment is.
I don't get out too much these days, but I've heard that some notable people have been playing at the Biltmore Golf Course.
Great.
I'll swing by. No pun intended. Nice talking with you.
Always a pleasure, my dear.
All right. We'll talk to the rest of them after the ad. Just gotta kill the pre-rolls. BRB. All right, let's go find ourselves a speech guy. What's this up? Okay, yep, speech guy time.
I greatly appreciate your help, son. You truly go above and beyond the call of duty.
Piano desk. Old piano takes up one corner of the room. You wonder who the musician of the family is. Larson fireplace is cool and unused. You wonder how often it actually gets lit. Althea keeps several small trinkets on her mantle. They all look like they're very old. Lovely landscape. Signed by D. Fink. Eunice Merrick, née Peacock, is George's wife. You've known her for a few years now, and she's always been very kind to you. Despite coming from quite an affluent family, she's very humble and down to earth. Marjorie's no longer a reporter for the Herald, rather she's finally achieved her goal of becoming a freelance writer. She's been doing lots of promotional material for Mr. Merrick as of late.
Good afternoon, Eunice.
Good afternoon, Alfie. What's on your mind?
How you doing?
How have you been? It's been a while since I last saw you.
It really, but I've been well.
It's been too long. Sorry, I keep
busy with the PTA at the school George built a couple of years ago.
All right.
We should have these little gatherings more often. You know you're always welcome here.
You're his wife. Surely George is...
It's gonna be us.
...slip about who's going to be mayor.
Oh, Alfie, you know how George is about secrecy.
Or it'd be funny if it'd be Doc. That'd be great.
Especially considering he's standing right over there.
Hello.
You'll find
Jackass. Alright.
Any insights on places I might be able to find someone well-known to speak at tomorrow's event?
I haven't really been out much lately, but I've heard that the Venetian pool is drawing quite the crowd. It's a beautiful day.
Oh, that was the pool they were gonna build.
Some sun. You might meet someone interesting, too.
I just might do that. Thanks. I'll speak to you later.
Okay.
I feel like we should do the pool first, because she's gonna be more currently, culturally aware. So that's probably the best guess there. Also, I freaking left Steam up in the way again. There we go. Alright.
I'm eager to see what you come up with, Banks. There never seems to be a dull moment with you around.
Well, that was simple enough. Alright, so to the pool, I guess.
I just knew this hard work would all pay off. Oh, George, you sneaky old egg. Alfred Banks.
That or he thinks he's gonna be mayor, and we're gonna get skunked.
You could see me now, Father.
Yeah, I'm gonna laugh so hard if he gets skunked. This is gonna be great. If it's his brother, it's gonna be even better. Okay, we got golf, we got the pool. Door goes in the tower, which serves as a small locker room for the pool guests. Older gentleman is lounging around in a chair in a full suit. It looks incredibly familiar. Was that the drunk guy from before? One of the two identical towers watches over the pool. It seems to be accessible from the water only. Crystal blue water of the pool looks extremely inviting for a swim on this hot day. But you haven't got time. Those are lights. I thought that was a weird gondola system for a second. Okay. No, not escape. Save.
Begging your pardon.
What is it, boy?
Oh no, I don't recognize this guy.
I'm sorry to bother you, but you look incredibly familiar. Have we met?
Depends. You're not a politician, are you?
Absolutely not.
Didn't think so. You look too clean. I'm William Jennings Bryan. You may have heard
Oh.
of me if you've read a newspaper in the last...
Actual guy.
Of course. Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Bryan. My name's Alfie Banks. I work with George Merrick on the Coral Gables development project.
I'm sure that's very exciting work, young man. You tell Mr. Merrick that this pool of his is quite enjoyable.
Okay.
Could I be bold enough to ask you for a huge favor?
I'd say that is fairly bold, seeing as we've just met, but boldness is a quality I admire. Ask away.
The thing is, Mr. Merrick is having a ceremony tomorrow to unveil the new line of streetcars, and I think it would be an asset to have someone as famous as...
Having somebody write a speech overnight is kind of a short crunch, but...
Streetcars are just the cousins of railroads.
And railroads rule.
Now is not the time for a debate, son. Suffice it to say that the corporations running the streetcars don't represent...
Oh, that's true, though. Yeah, rail companies are motherfuckers.
Very much care about the interests of the...
Train's good. Train companies, less good.
Decline your proposal.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken, you're quite the advocate of prohibition.
I thought he was a prohibitionist, too.
Bet your buttons I am. These freewheeling wets must be going through a tough time, not having been able to drink in all these years. I was having a conversation with one just last week. He was complaining about limiting freedoms by not allowing the enjoyment of alcohol. Do you know what I said to him? I said, well, if you need it so much, why don't you just call up your pal, Charles Darwin, and have him evolve you an extra hand?
Oh, this guy's an asshole.
In the face. Ha! You should have seen the look on him. I love throwing their ridiculous rhetoric back in their faces.
Whatever, debate, bro. Alright. I guess we'll attempt persuasion.
If you would just listen a moment, I think I can show you that speaking at the event won't be such a terrible thing.
Well, the least I can do is offer you the courtesy of my ears. Have at it, boy.
Okay.
Right. You think I should speak at this rally sponsored by the Streetcar Corporation. I eagerly await your reasoning.
Streetcar companies aren't involved. Felicity. We'll do people, not profits.
My boss, Mr. Merrick, he cares about the people. You ought to hear him talk. He doesn't care about profits. He just wants to build a community people can enjoy.
Is that so? Well, he sounds like a man I could respect. I have to admit, what I've seen so far of his...
Step in the right direction.
Inspiring. That he's doing it for the sake of the people is even more so. Not to be rude, but what exactly is the point of this rally, if I might ask?
Okay. He's hard to read, though. Form the community as much as possible. Convince people to buy property. Awareness.
We're trying to let the community know what the Gables has to offer. It's merely to benefit those who don't know about it and may be interested in moving there.
Sounds noble enough. I can support that motivation.
Two for two.
Understand my caution at lending my support. What sort of image is Merrick trying to go for?
Okay, City of the Future. City Beautiful. Sunny days and hot nights. That hot nights implies partying. We'll go futurism.
He's trying to portray Coral Gables as the city of the future.
The future, eh? What exactly is the future?
All the modern conveniences before anyone else has them.
Of course, like those streetcars you mentioned. I'm still not crazy about supporting them, though.
Listen, Mr. Bryan, I'm not going to take up much more of your day. I just want you to consider my offer one last time.
No, wait, can you? Okay, not ego. Morals or charity? Hup. Fuck. Charity.
You lending your support to Mr. Merrick will demonstrate to the people your good heart and charitable nature.
Maybe so, but I don't particularly feel the need to demonstrate such virtues by way of a speaking engagement intended to sell property.
So what do you say?
I'm sorry, young man. You have a good way with words, but I'm afraid you just didn't make a compelling enough argument.
It's probably the morals one. I kind of want to give that one another shot since we were one away. Okay. Skip this chat prohibition. I think we had it most of the way though.
I'm sorry.
You tell.
All right, prohibition. Engagement.
The thing
So you.
Okay, attempt persuasion.
Right.
People, not profits.
I have to not to.
Awareness.
Sounds noble. I'm sure you.
Uh-huh. Futurism.
Of course.
Listen, Mr.
Futurism might not have been it, but we'll do morals.
Well, when you put it that,
there we go.
It does make the prospect sound
I skipped the statement about his morals, but we got him. All right.
Let Mr. Merrick know I'll speak at that rally. Just tell me where and when I need to be there.
I'll be sure to pass along the message.
I do like that they made him like completely impossible to read. He just looks like that. All right.
Begging
about anything else?
I'll let you
appreciate.
Okay. See where this doorway goes. Who provides these lockers for a swimmer to keep their clothing and personal effects? Lockers are either locked or empty. Okay. Well, we got our guy. Yeah, you can't even go to the golf course now, so yeah, I guess that's it. I'm guessing there's like one of two guys you can get, or maybe you have to do extra stuff at the golf course if you don't get them.
George, I've managed to recruit William Jennings Bryan for the rally tomorrow.
You don't say. That's fantastic. Excellent work, Alfie. This will be a great.
See, I thought they would have gone out on the air show note, but this is pretty cool. We'll get a little extra.
You've got it. See you tomorrow.
He's not going to be mayor. There's no way.
And
Cheap streetcars though.
I'll look forward to a bright future in this, the city beautiful.
Thank you, Mr. Bryan. May I say it's been an honor and a privilege to have you here with us today. Now then, ladies and gentlemen, before we conclude and launch our fleet of streetcars, bringing Coral Gables into the modern age, there's one more matter to attend to. I want to take this opportunity to thank Alfie Banks. Without his hard work, Coral Gables wouldn't even be close to where it is today. Which brings me to the last order of business. As you all know, we have been incorporated as a city, and every city deserves a mayor. So without further ado, it gives me great pleasure to announce the first mayor of the city of Coral Gables.
Who's it going to be? You close your eyes and take a deep breath. Chest swelled with pride, you're prepared to step forward.
Doc.
Yes! Hell yeah, I called it earlier. Before the other options.
Thank you, George. It's an honor. People of Coral Gables.
He starts running around with like a mask on. I'm a little worried, but...
Opportunity. As your mayor, I guarantee a standard of living like no other.
Would you excuse me?
I'm gonna die. Oh, the Prince of Alderman. Okay. Things have been interesting the past year. It changed all around. Although George's dream project, the Biltmore Hotel, is finally opened, there have been signs that the real estate bubble is on the brink of bursting. Gee, it's like that keeps happening. Okay, this might change.
Well, if it isn't Alfie Banks. Fancy running into you at the Biltmore. I thought you'd picked up...
Well, the Biltmore's a real place, too.
Where have you been?
Let's be mysterious.
Around.
Oh, come on. You can't still be sore about being snubbed for mayor, can you?
How did you...
She's observant.
Banks.
Yeah.
It's my job to notice things. It's been over a year. Can't you let it go?
It's just... I feel like...
Just run for office later, dipshit.
The past few years has meant nothing. Honestly. What do I have to show for it? I came down here to restore my family name. To honor my father's legacy. And instead, I've just been going around running errands like a fool.
I'm gonna let you in on a little secret, Banks. If you're looking for a pat on the back every time you make a sale, Merrick's outfit might not be for you. Not to say
You big baby.
he's just extremely focused, and he knows how to take advantage of his
Giant baby sounded weird. That's why I backed off of that.
Anyway, I hate to put a
Giant
damper
baby.
on your pity party, but I came here tonight as a reporter, and I think you ought to know there's a big storm headed this way.
What?
Yep.
Literally.
It's going to be a pretty big hurricane. You might want to get home while you...
I think this is one of the hurricanes that fucked up the railroad project.
Exaggerating. Wouldn't they have said something sooner?
Weather's not easy to predict.
Well, I appreciate the warning, but I'm sure things will be fine.
Things were not fine.
I'm going to notify the people in charge of this party.
I guess she has a point. No reason to stick around here moping. I'd better get home.
Where do we live now? The ladies are foregoing the dancing and instead involved in a very deep discussion. A couple wallflowers sit in deep conversation, seemingly oblivious to the party around them. This is quite the party. You're impressed by the dancer's stamina. They never seem to tire. So you got 2 left feet? You think it's best not to join in? Oh, I wanted to acknowledge the ladies. But okay, large service provided for guests to take a break and rest their hindquarters. Oh, that was refreshing. Button is used to call the elevator. Okay, I guess we're just gonna leave. No business going upstairs, then how do I get downstairs? Okay. Oh, we are downstairs.
Excuse me, pal. I'm looking for a fellow named Tom Walsh. You know him by any chance?
I'm afraid not, sorry.
Perfectly fine. I suppose I'll just have to wait for him upstairs.
Doesn't look shady at all.
Haven't I seen that face somewhere before?
Tom Walsh is gonna be dead, isn't he?
Where is everybody? Surely this hurricane can't be that serious a threat.
I just wanted to look at it. Oh. Alright, that's 2 chapters in. I'll probably call it there.
Gentlemen, thank you.
The occurrence was that big a deal.
Hurricane has dealt a significant blow to our operations. But don't be alarmed. As you can see, our old sales office withstood much of the hurricane's damage. Much like
Oh, so we lost the new office?
bad around the rest
That
of Miami,
sucks.
but we will.
But it's kind of funny to come back home.
In the past week, I've sent letters to our landowners assuring them that we've taken minimum.
Did we just own this and keep it as storage, or what?
Will rise from the ashes like a great phoenix. Let's carry on as usual. We have a lot of catching up to do. Alfie, before you go, could I speak with you a moment? I need a rather large favor from you.
You don't say. What might that be?
I've been hearing some worrying rumors concerning the Biltmore Hotel.
Oh?
What sort of rumors?
It's no secret that
Yeah, he was a mafioso, I thought so.
But I never thought it would reach us. I've heard stories of illicit gambling and alcohol being served
Probably upstairs.
in the hotel. I would appreciate it if you could investigate and report back to me.
Okay, I'll see what I can find.
And Alfie, please be discreet.
I'll try.
Real narc hours, who's up? Alright. I don't know, we can still go back to this one. I'm just looking for a place to save. Alright. Save there. And we'll do some Biltmore business later. I think I might have saved over the William Bryan save. Oops. Well, again, I'm going to replay it for achievements at some point anyway. Alright. Can we go back to menu?